God, when I tell you I started a stream early, like I got it set up early and everything, and I was here like 30 minutes before, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start it like 10 minutes before, and then, you know, I'll put the music going or whatever, and it'll be all normal. And I'm tuning in, and I have like the alt watching, right, just in case, you know, anything messes up or whatever. And I'm like, let me just make sure I have the phone on silent, right, because otherwise it'll be awkward if it starts making noise midstream. That thing, the volume was all the way up, and I was like, that's weird, why didn't I hear it? Is it Bluetooth headphones connected or something? And I look, and they're not connected. So where was the audio, right? It wasn't connected. The music window wasn't connected to the audio source, so it was just silence the entire time. I'm like, oh man, they're gonna be jabbing out to this music. Oh man. Double check your sources, double check your sound profiles, because they will randomly stop working. It's not fair. Oh man. I think I'm gonna wait till 10 till 10 to switch to the other what's it called, the other scene, just so that, I don't know, it just feels right. It just feels right. And you know what, sometimes you gotta go with what feels right. Yep, that's the only way you get to where you need to be in life. Because if you just follow what you think you should do, you're gonna end up in a lot of situations where it's like, why am I here? Why am I here? Why did I end up here? And it's like, well, because you said that, oh, everyone else is doing this, so you should do it too. Hi, Hero Brian. Welcome in, Antonio. How are you? Oh, man. I hope my throat isn't too, like, wonky. I ate soup before I came to stream. And so there's still, like, I don't know, food residue there, but I got a nice bottle of fish air right next to me, so I should be good to go. Yep, that's good. I have it set to ultra low latency, so it should load faster now. But also, if I get too resource intensive, the computer may die. I haven't had it die because of that yet, so we'll see how it goes, and hopefully it doesn't go bad. But in theory, it should be okay. We're gonna wait till 7:10 to switch to the actual drawing screen thingy. Yay. Oh, I totally forgot I was gonna put in the tablet thing. Well, it wouldn't take that long to launch. Oh, I might as well launch it, right? Hope this works good. If it doesn't work automatically, I'm just gonna... It is what it is, you know what I mean? Why is there two? This one. There we go. There it is. Whoa. Oh, that's why. Oh, I closed all of them. That's fine. Man, I had the stream going and I'm like, everything's all set up. Only to realize, haha, it's not set up. It was never set up. Well, it was set up. It just wasn't working for some reason. Whoa, I can pin this to the top. Nice. I don't know where I could put it though. You would think double monitors, it would be like, oh, I could put it anywhere and everywhere. And so I will, but I don't. I organize everything and it still looks bad. There we go. It's been so hot recently, and I don't mean like, oh wow, it's been so pretty out, which, like, who would say like, wow, the scenery has just been beautiful recently, by saying it's been so hot outside, the scenery just been looking like a real fine shawty, you know? Like, who would say that? I don't think anyone would, just because it doesn't feel like the right verbiage. Feels good to be back. Yeah. Where you been? You've been having fun? You've been enjoying yourself? If you enjoyed yourself while you were gone, then it was not time wasted. It was experiences gained. Gotta level up that EXP, you know? Oh man. I am melting at a very rapid pace. The air is stiff and crisp and dry, and I don't know if that's good or bad. But it is, so there's that. I'm so excited for tomorrow. I will be honest, I'm not really sure what game I'm gonna stream, but I do know I'm gonna stream, so there's that. Oh man. I think, because originally I was like, oh, I'll do this game that I forgot I had in my Steam library. And then I was looking at it and I'm like, it kind of seems like a little bit of a lot, and I still need to double check if it runs okay with OBS. And so if it doesn't run good, then I gotta find another game. And I have like 2 other potential games. One of them I would have to buy, and I'm kind of like trying not to use money right now because apparently I haven't been earning enough. I got home one day and my how to say it, basically someone was like, let me see how much you have. And the thing is, I trust them, and so I was like, okay, look. And they were like, have you been spending a lot of money? And in my head, I haven't been spending a lot of money. I spent on gas, I spent on food when I didn't have lunch, and I've made like 8 frivolous purchases within the month, I think, which is like 2 per week, which in my head isn't that bad. But I mean, it's not like I'm spending a lot per frivolous purchase. Like, frivolous purchase can be anywhere from $10 to, I think the max was like $70, which isn't that much. But if they're all consistently $70, then yes, that is a bit much. But they're not. They're all like consistently like around 20 to 30. That's the average, which isn't that much, but I don't earn that much, so it looks like a lot on paper. And so they were like, you need to stop spending. And I was like, I hate it here. I don't want to earn any more money. I hate this capitalistic society. I'm out of here. Oh man, it's rough. It's rough not earning enough. Man, I'm so excited though. Yes, I have always come back. Yes, wait, fuck, I can't read. Yes, I always come back. Nice. I try to have always I come back. It gets rough bouncing back, but eventually you just learn to keep on jogging through it. Thank you for the hearts. I see it. That's what's a good thing about having like the stream open on another device, because I can't see that on YouTube Studio, so I don't know what the point of like those emojis are, but the hearts, I can see them on like the little phone, and I'm like, oh, they're putting hearts. It's so exciting. I could even spam one. Like, I'm gonna spam 100. You'll never know who I am, but I'm spamming 100s. Oh, it's so neat. It's so cute. It's nice, I think. All in all, life tends to bundle up sometimes and just get very like, oh god, why are things going like this? But I'm just glad that I have something that I can come to, and I'm like, yeah, this is nice. Yeah, I know I've said this before, but it continues to be a hopeful wish of mine. I hope you find something like that too. Whether you've already found it, whether you're still looking for it, whether you're not sure where to even begin looking for it, all I can do as someone on the internet, from me to you, I really hope that you find what you're looking for. Oh man. Yeah. I know it's kind of weird for me to say, but like, it's just the vibes, you know? It's just the vibes. And we're about to start wrapping into the actual start of the art stream. Who's ready? Who's hyped? Who? If I had hand tracking, you would see my arm going up, but it's probably good that I'm not, because I've seen some of those and they're like very, like, the tracking could be better, but I understand it. It's rough. It's technology that I don't understand yet, so I can't really complain. Oh man. I wonder what the future looks like, you know, like in a year, in 2 years, and 5 years from now. I really wonder what it looks like. And it excites me because I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Oh man, back in school I was like, oh, in 5 years I'll be in this grade. In 7 years I'll be in that grade, or I'll be graduated, and in theory I should be like at this point in my career or something, or looking for something like this at this point in my career. But now I just don't know what's in the future. And it is so terrifying. It is so terrifying. But it's exciting. Alright, now it's 7:10. Let's get into the meat of this stream. Let's see. Let's hope I have everything set up correctly. Art Live, there it goes. iPad, yes. And tablet. Yes, tablet. It works. Alright. So as you can see, I've been doing a little more work on the emotes. I keep forgetting that I'm like trying to stream this, and so I've been working on them like in my downtime at work. It's very nice. It feels kind of awkward though sometimes because people will walk by and I'm just like, don't look, don't look. Oh man, but it's cool, it's cool. The part that I got stuck on at work was trying to do the teardrop in this one because I just could not get it to look right. Oh, this is an eyebrow. I can just merge it down there. Oh, that may have actually... Ooh, perfect. I don't know how I got that first try, but let's go. We win these. After this song ends, I'm gonna change it to the song that's supposed to be at. It's just I got really excited, and this song has not been released yet. This is an alternate version to one of the songs. Yes, art stream, art stream. Welcome in. Let's see if I can say it. COB True God. COB True Oblivion. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's how it's said. But yes, welcome in. It's an art stream today, very cozy, very chill, because Wednesdays always kick my ass. So I still want to give y'all something to look forward to. I feel like I was in the middle of saying something else, but I can't remember. All thoughts have vacated the premises. I'm gonna turn this upside down. Sorry, my username is awful. Found you on TikTok, stopping by. Oh no, no worries. Trust me, there's so many different usernames in the world, and I assure you, yours is not the worst. I'm just bad at reading. And thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Feel free to stay as long as you want. I appreciate everything that you do because you're not obligated to do anything, and yet you still do. And that's nice. How long will I be streaming? I will be streaming till 9 p.m. So it's 2 hours. We just started, so it's like an hour and 40-ish minutes, give or take. But yep, I'll be on till 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yes, yes. Go. Go. Oh, did anyone see that video that I put out? The one where it's like, how to drop apricot cherries. I was so happy about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And honestly, y'all got it so lucky. Because when I was making it, I still don't completely know how to draw mine sometimes. Okay, cool. I gotta go get some food, but I'll lurk and be back in a bit. I enjoy art streams. Oh, bet! Alright, see you in a bit. But I never know fully how to draw something, and so being like, this is the official how to draw this, was kind of scary to do. But I still did it, and I think it came out pretty good. It is pretty consistent with like my method of how to just kind of indicate of this is my character, this is not anyone else, please don't confuse it. And so yeah, it actually didn't come out as bad as I was worried it could be. And so yeah, if you ever feel like drawing something random, feel free to try drawing that, because I want to see it. But no pressure or anything, because you're not obligated to do a thing. Oof, it is so spicy in here already. I want to get a fan or something, but then there'll be like a lot of background noise, and I don't like that, so I just gotta make do with what I got. I'll just be sweating bullets, and you won't even know. You won't even know. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna start testing the mic. I was gonna be like, oh, let's see if it's peaking. Am I too close to it? I was about to start screaming to the mic. That's not good. It's not good. I forgot where was... Oh yeah, I think it was on Reddit that I saw someone was like, oh, what advice do y'all have for chatting with stream? And one of the top comments was like, just learn to talk to yourself. Like, have full-on conversations to the point where it's like, am I a sociopath? And I'm gonna make a short on this, right? But here's a little spoiler for y'all. That's literally what happened with me. I was like so scared of streaming and well, not streaming specifically, but I was scared of not being able to entertain chat that much. And I was like, oh man, what if I run out of things to say? How will I know how to conversate well? I'm not that good at conversation. I struggle with that in day-to-day life. How am I gonna make a career out of it? And then I would have full-on conversations about this to myself. And one day I was like, what if I just flipped the script a little to where instead of just talking to me, I'm talking to a crowd too? And ever since then, like the fear would kind of die down, and I recorded myself a couple times doing that just to kind of get used to having a camera on me, so that it wasn't me like jumping around the room and saying stuff, but rather it was me trying to stay in the frame of a camera, which is something that, yes, I had to train myself to do because I tend to jump around and be like blah 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 blah. Just a lot of movement. You've probably seen it in some of my VR streams. That's what I like about the VR streams. I get to show a lot more body movement. I wish I had better tracking to kind of like be able to have a little more freedom with that, but still, even the slightest bit of upgrade is good because I have so much different forms of expressing myself that even just the slightest bit of an upgrade is good. Because then you get to see me and my arms move wildly until it loses tracking and goes into the shadow realm. Oh man. But yeah, if you ever want to stream and you're worried about not being able to entertain the chat, just start talking to yourself. Just get used to having conversations with yourself and enjoying little jokes and stuff with yourself, and make sure to narrate everything and walk people through your thought process. You know, the type of show your work type of thing. Because people do enjoy that. I know I enjoy that a lot whenever content creators are like, okay, so here's what I was thinking, right? This, and this reminds me of that. And so then I think of this because that reminds me of that, and then it reminds me of this other time that I did this. Therefore, that's how I arrived to this, like, ending thought. It's very fascinating. And I've had to do that a lot with my family. Of me explaining why I thought something was just hilarious because they just didn't understand the context. So I had to lay it out in terms for them because otherwise they would never know, and then they never get to laugh too. Oh man, but it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. As long as you enjoy having full-on conversations with yourself, you should be fine with doing this. And I say should be because I can't say anything for certain. I'm no professional in anything yet, I think. One day I'll be a professional something, but that day is not today. The computer is breathing and it's hot, but it's okay. Because I have fish air right here to accompany me in my darkest, or not darkest of days, because it's pretty sunny. I mean, it's not that sunny, but it's not sunny. So it's kind of sunny. Kind of sauce. Oh man. Alright, what next? I could do the eyelid thing, and then from there I'll start lining the next one, and then I may get to coloring in this stream. Woo, you get to see the coloring process. No, I did not almost choke on water. You're certainly mistaken. I know how to drink just like a regular person, and I can drink just fine, thank you. Oh man. It's been so weird lately. The days feel like they're wrong. And then they feel too long, and then they feel too short, and then it's the next day, and then it's 5 days later, and you're like, what just happened? Oh man. I know time is irrelevant, but still, time needs to chill the heck out. Oh man. I hope the quality isn't bad, is it? No, it's just my phone quality is bad. Okay, there's that one. Now this one. I feel like I can squash it down a little bit to make it look less silly goofy. Go. Do. Oh, I forgot I said I was gonna change the song. Okay. I'll make it to where it doesn't play the next one, and then hopefully I noticed the glaring silence. Did you draw me as Herobrine? Yes, I did. In the art stream class, I did draw what I thought you looked like as Herobrine. I think now the only thing that would be missing from like it really being directly you as Herobrine would be the mask. It's iconic. Oh, that's uniform. Let me get freeform. There we go. It'd be good if I could also shrink down the ears. They are pretty big, but they're not that big. There we go. And let's shrink this down one last time. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. And then we could just make the whole thing big. There we go. Proportions. Yippee! I'd forgotten that I did the thing of like, oh, it'll stop playing whenever this song is done so that I can switch to the next one, or like the actual one that I'm supposed to be playing. And so I looked again and I was like, oh, I need to remember when it stops. I never remember. I never do. Today at work, there was a folder that we needed to give to this guy from corporate because he needed to take some of those files to a job site that he was going to. And we forgot. He left before we could get it out to him because it was still printing and he was out the door, and so he just left without it. So we had it sitting there, and the thing is, the office is like pretty cluttered, so they were like, put this somewhere where you'll remember. And I was like, I don't know where I'll remember. I never remember anything. The times where I put things somewhere to remember, I remember, or I don't remember. That's the problem. I don't remember. I like stop remembering that they're there until like too late. When I find it again, I'm like, oh yeah, that's where that was. But I wasn't sure where to put it, so I put it by the mail because I take the mail out of the office every day, and I did see it every day, and I would remember every day. And so today he finally walked back in, and I was like, oh my god, it's the guy. And so I was gonna give it to him immediately, but he went into the big boss's office, and I was like, it'll feel awkward if I just walk into their office like, hey, you forgot this last time, please take it, goodbye, you know? So I just kind of like, I was like, let me wait till he gets out of the boss's office. And I waited, and then I almost forgot, and then I remembered, and then I waited some more, and then I almost forgot, and then I remembered. And haha, it did. Oh, it did do it. Yeah, it did. Okay, man, that was complete derailing of my thought process, because at first I was like, it didn't stop playing, but it went on to the next song, and that's what I was gonna do, but I was gonna do it manually. And so that entire realization came in the span of 2 seconds, and so that was that narration. It didn't. It did. Wait, did it? It did. Oh man. But yeah, so whenever he finally came out, then he went to go talk with my other boss, and so then I had to wait for him. But luckily the assistant boss from the other office called, and she was like, I need to speak with the boss, not the big boss, but the other boss. And I was like, oh, okay, sweet. So then I sent her there, and then he was gonna leave, and he was already walking through the door, and I was like, sir, wait. This thing, you forgot it last time, you're supposed to take it with you. And he was like, oh, thank you, I didn't even remember. And I wanted to say, me too. It was funny. Whenever he first walked in, you know, I let him in or whatever to go see the head boss, and I had told my coworker, hey, remind me to give this to him, and she was like, either you're gonna have to remind me to remind you, or you need to take it to him right now. And of course I didn't take it to him right now because it was scary. He walked into the head boss's office, and I wasn't about to burst into the head boss's office like, hey, hey, there's this thing that you forgot, please take it. Yeah, I'm trying not to explode anything before I leave. I leave that place after next week. And I basically already have another place to go. I'm just gonna like go try it out this weekend and see if I like it. And if I do, they're basically already like, you basically have the job. We just want to make sure that you want to do this, because we'd be more than willing to train you. And it's something very related to with what I want to do. Like aside from content creation, because content creation is like my main thing right now. But I do need something to make more steady income, and so I'm pursuing something kind of close related to it. It's not like media marketing or anything, but it's art, you know. I want to do art. And so It's basically like an art teacher position, but not really. It's one of those like kind of not really mom and pop shops, but it's a little art school, and it's really nice. And I'm surprised they actually called me in for an interview, because whenever I first sent in my resume, radio silence. So then I called and they were like, send in your resume, and I didn't want to tell them that, hey, I already sent it in, because what if they were gonna be like, oh, you're that annoying girl that sent in her resume without anybody asking, we don't want to hire you. And so I was like, okay. And they were like, send in your pieces too, like pieces of your artwork. And I was like, okay. And so then I sent it, and I didn't hear anything for 5 days. And so then I was like, you know what, I have nothing to lose. I looked at my 2 hands and there were nothing in them, and there would be nothing if they told me no, and there would still be nothing if I never asked. So I was like, let me just ask and see. And so I called and I was like, hey, I'm the girl who called, sorry to bother, but I just wanted to see if you'd received my resume, if I sent it to the right email, because I hadn't even confirmed the email, I just used the one that was on their website. And so I told her the email, and she's like, yeah, that's right. I don't think I received it. It might have ended up in my trash. Let me go see. And then she's like, what's your name? And I was like, oh, this is my name. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, I see it right here. Okay, I'll give you an answer later. And I thought that was like kind of her way of saying, can you leave me alone and stop bothering me? And so in my head, I'm like, they're not gonna contact me back. I don't have this job. But to be fair, there wasn't even like an actual job that they'd posted and they were like, oh, hey, we need someone to hire for this. It was literally just an art school that I saw near my dance studio, or the dance studio that I went to. And I was like, what if they're hiring? And so then I asked, and they were just like, send in your resume. But they didn't tell me, we have a position open for this. Would you be interested in it? But you know what? I was interested in anything art related at the time. I still am. I'm just scared to get a job and realize, God, I don't want a job anymore. Because it's so, like, it doesn't look good on you whenever you spend a little bit of time in a position and they're like, we just don't like people who quit on us. And then you're like, hey, I don't want to be here anymore. And they're like, but we asked you like multiple times if you wanted to do this. And I was like, oh yeah, I did at the time, but now I don't want to anymore. But I have my own reasons for doing so, because it's a sinking ship. They are poking so many holes in the base of the ship, and I just don't want to be here when it crashes and I have nothing to show for it at the end of it, other than saying I work there, because I could get the same thing from leaving before the ship floods, you know? I'm gonna take my raft now, thank you. Oh man. But yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. And hopefully all goes well with that. And yeah, you never know if you don't ask, so ask. Because if you don't say anything, no one can read your mind, unfortunately. We have not gotten that far with technology. We're getting kind of close. I think I saw the other day that they were like, oh, we can like visually see the radio waves of music, and then we can transcribe it and make it sound like actual music, and it's like pretty dang close. I don't know if it's real, right? But I saw something about that, so we're getting kind of close, which is very scary. Glad you took the chance and tried to get it. You miss all the chances you don't take, so well done. Thank you, thank you. That's how I ended up here too, so yeah. Definitely learned my lesson about taking chances. Worst case scenario, you end up with the same thing you had before, so might as well give it a shot, right? Oh man. Yep, it's scary though. It's so scary, like, oh man, what if they tell me no? Like, I know that no isn't that bad of a thing. I'm not gonna like spontaneously combust if they tell me no, but still, I would rather them not tell me no. I'd rather them tell me yes, but I have no control over them saying yes, so it's just like, oh man, maybe I'll just pretend that I asked them and pretend that they said maybe they'll call me back, and then they never called me back. But no, it's good to just know, because otherwise you just sit there wondering and wondering and nothing ever comes of it. Which is why I need to submit another application for a opportunity that I would like to take, because I've had a couple of no's already and now it scares me, but I'm like, I still need to try. Exactly. Oop. There we go. I'm starting to get a little more confident in my abilities, like, to draw, and I'm not sure if it's because I've been, like, doing it a lot more, or if it's because the people around me are like, wow, you're so good, I can't even draw a stick figure, and I go, ah, ha 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 ha, yeah. I struggle with being told no because of the same feelings. Yeah. It's just it's so inexplainably irrationally scary, because I want them to say yes so bad. But I have no control over that, and then it makes me feel so small. But it's fine. It's fine. At the end of the day, regardless if they say yes, no, maybe, if they take 5 days or 5 hours or 5 minutes to respond to my original question, at the end of the day, the next day will come, whether I like it or not. Oh man, that's something that I've been struggling with recently. I'm like, oh man, this sucks. Tomorrow's gonna come either way. But it's good though. I've been getting more reasons to wake up, which is nice. Cause there was a point in time where it was really rough to find a reason to get out of bed. And I'm not saying that in any like self-harm kind of way. I'm just saying like there were days where I'm like, oh man, school, I don't want to go to school. That's not a reason to get out of bed. I'm gonna skip school today. And I did, and I made a whole formula to calculate how many days of school I can miss before the like government told my mom something. And I was able to like use a good 80% of my, and I'm gonna say this in air quotes, days off. Oh man, I'm not a good role model, but I have learned quite a bit in life. Thus I'm able to give some advice, and I'm really good at like picking up on other people's experiences and using that to my benefit. I mean, I'm about as good as I can self-judge for that anyways, because I'm no expert. Maybe, you know, one day I could find out my entire interpretation of the world was completely wrong. But for now, at least, it helps me navigate it pretty well. So I think I'm doing like just something right. Just something, just the smallest thing right. Yep. Life is rough. Life is rough. I was gonna say, but good thing we're not dogs, because otherwise it would be hecka funny. But I think one thing, it would be good if it was funny, and two, that would be like mean to all the dog VTubers out there, maybe? I don't really know. Let's see what part to start on next. I undid something. Okay, I guess I'll just continue from here. The last day of dance class, they added me to the group chat, but like no one was aware that it was the last day of dance class, because it was the last day of dance class for me, because I decided that I wasn't gonna go to it anymore because I'd completed the month that I paid for, and they were like, oh, we have that promotion going on for 4 months, but you have to pay for each month. And I did the 1 month, and I didn't really like it all that much. Like, it wasn't bad. It was fun, and it did get me exercising, so there was that. And it did give me a little more confidence, like, moving and such. So it wasn't bad. It wasn't a waste of money. But it wasn't the most fun thing I've done. And I don't want to put money into something that I both don't plan on pursuing or plan on, like, benefiting from even emotionally. And a lot of the stuff that I felt like I learned on my own at home. And let me tell you, they were really like skimping out on me with the group chat, because the group chat, the days before the class, they would post the video of what dance they were gonna learn. And so I don't know if it was specifically for that, right? But I'm assuming that the people in the group chat would watch the video and kind of pre-learn the dance moves and then just learn on top of it with the instructor in the class. And I didn't know this, so I just thought the people were listening to the music and knew the choreography beforehand. And that's so upsetting, because I looked like a buffoon for no reason. I mean, it was fine. It definitely helped me with my self-confidence, but still. I enjoy listening to your stories and views. Very enjoyable to listen to as well, as I kind of see the same as you, so it resonates well. Oh, I'm glad. I get scary sometimes. I get scared sometimes that stuff that I say may be a little too, like, what's it called? Not investigated, but not interpersonal either. Just like too introspective, that's the word. And it almost, because there's a high chance whenever you go too introspective that you'll get too deep down into your own feelings, that you'll lose that original connection that stuff like introspection has, because introspection can greatly what's it called, improve your empathy, because once it literally just helps you with that skill of putting yourself in other people's shoes and seeing things how they would see it. And I've definitely been able to use that to my advantage, not like in a like gross schemy way, but I just mean I'm able to understand a lot more people now. And so it definitely is a good skill that I would recommend building up on, but so quick can it become something that will make you like distance yourself from people. So it's a, what is it, double-edged blade, right? Double-sided blade, is it? I think it's double-edged blade. Oh man. But yeah, the last day of dance class, one of the instructors, I would always stare at me during dance class, and I don't think it was like, wow, she's so pretty kind of stare. I think it was a, wow, she really is not understanding this class kind of stare. That's what it looked like to me, at least. And so I always got like so nervous, and then she would bring out the cameras and stuff because they record stuff, which I thought was for content creation, right? I thought they were trying to promote themselves. So I was like, I respect it, and I'm gonna try my best to get out of frame for you. I'm trying so hard for you. And it, like, as soon as they took out the cameras, I would do worse, and I already wasn't doing that great, so it was pretty bad. Oh my god. But then, you know, I found that out, and it made sense because some of the kids would come out like basically already knowing the entire dance, and I'm like, I know some of these songs are from TikTok, but still the like percentage, it's uncanny. But then, you know, also it was a K-pop dance class, so it wouldn't be all that, like, it wouldn't be all that surprising if everyone knew like a lot of the songs that they were playing, especially the more popular ones. Like there was maybe only two songs that I'd recognized before the class. So like it was a logical conclusion that I came to, that they just all happened to know the song and I didn't. But when more facts were revealed, it made a lot more sense, and it made me feel less bad. And then something too that dance class re-solidified, and see, here's the thing, here's my favorite thing about life experiences. Sometimes you go in for one thing and you come out with like such a different experience, such a different view on life, that specific class was not even supposed to touch. It was a dance class. It was supposed to be like workout for me so that I don't get like jelly bones or whatever and become just like a little globfish in a chair streaming to y'all, you know. I wanted to keep up my physique and make sure that I'm like physically fit and such. And so that's the point of those dance classes. And worst case scenario, I come out a dancer, and you know what I came out as? A very introspective person that learned not everybody's great at everything. And even when you see yourself struggling and you think, well, everyone else can do this better at me, it's because we're not looking at other people. We're just like, surely they can do it better than me. I'm just not going to look at any of them because I'm too scared that they're looking at me. But the moment you look up and look at the other people, they're doing the same mistakes as you. We're all struggling. That was so comforting to me to figure that out. I would like watch other people dance, and the thing is, I always watch the people at the front. The people at the front are of course the more confident ones that kind of know what they're doing, or at least have the confidence to brush past their mistakes. So of course I was gonna feel like a little goofball next to them. But if I looked in the back, the place where I myself would dance, then I would see people just like me, and it made me realize I'm not alone in that. And I know this is all like pretty common things, but once something becomes common, it's so easy to get brushed past. It's so easy to like, oh well, yeah, everyone knows that, and then you forget it for some reason. Oh man, yeah. It was great. It was fun. It was funny. It was funny to watch. The final dance class, they sent the videos because after the class they would record groups and then the entire class doing it and such. And so they sent the videos and I watched it. And here's the thing. Give me 1 second. Let me drink water for this. The reveal. So here's the thing, right? Okay, so there were some times where I was like, I wonder what I look like, you know, in my avatar trying to dance in VR. And so I tried to like follow one of those dance worlds where you're supposed to learn the dance, right? And I wasn't that great, of course, right? Because I don't know how to dance. And so I was like, oh, I look pretty goofy in this one, but I'm pretty sure that if I had like better tracking and full body, you know, maybe you know, the legs sell me a little bit more. Maybe I'm able to keep up a little more. And let me tell you, that was not the problem. I look just as goofy. Oh man, it was so funny. I would get like flashbacks to the little videos that I recorded of me like doing little jigs and stuff in VR. I'm like, oh, I am the same person. Ah, man. I'm not, like, even despite all that, knowing how kind of dumb I look dancing, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm really not. I know that it's not my forte, and that's something that I'm like learning to move past, and it is disappointing, let me tell you, because I want to be able to dance one day. It's like a big part of my culture, and that's something that I want to embrace. And plus it looks fun, and you know, when you hear a song and it's so boppy and you just want to like jig along to it, and I want to know how to do that while looking nice, and I can. It just takes a lot more time for me, the same reason that I in band was unable to play trumpet. Now here's a fun little side story for y'all. I took band in middle school, and I was a percussionist, and that sounds so cool, but the thing is, I wanted to play either the flute or the trumpet, right? Because they gave us a list and they were like, put 3 options on there that you would like to like the instruments that you would like to do. And so number 1, I put flute because I thought flutes were so pretty, and then I put trumpet because I thought trumpets were so cool, because you know, they like take up a lot of the melody, and then a lot of songs that I'd heard growing up, they were like a main thing. So I was like, I'd be able to like recreate a bunch of those songs or learn how to play those songs. You know, it's a very cool instrument that takes a lead, and I really like that. And the third one was percussion, because I'm like, drums are cool. That was the only reason that I put that on there. And so then whenever it was time to try out, what they did is they took the mouthpieces of instruments, and of course, you know, they were clean, they were sanitary, and they would have you try and blow it. And they took one look at me and they told me to hold the piece up to my lips, and then they looked at me again and they were like, so you won't be able to play any wind instruments because the way your lips are shaped, it would be near impossible for you to play it. You could, but it will take so much more work than it would any other student, so we highly wouldn't recommend it. And so they were like, let's try you for percussion because that's not a wind instrument and you put it on your list, so let's try that. And so I did it. And I got like a nearly perfect score. The only thing that kept me from getting a perfect score, because their whole test for that would be the teacher would like make a beat like right, left, right, left, right, and then I would have to copy it, right? Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, 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 right, left, right, left, left, right. It was like Simon Says, and I had to do it while he was in front of me, so like kind of quick on the spot. The only thing that kept me from getting a perfect score was I couldn't actively tell apart my left and right. Like, I know my left and right apart. I know they're different, and I can tell you them apart, but it does take me the slightest bit longer than it should. And so something that quick, I wasn't actively thinking about left, right, left, right, left. I was thinking of repeating the words and repeating the actions, but I directly mirrored it. So it didn't actually mirror. It was just me lifting the same hand that he was lifting, but since we were facing each other, it was technically the opposite hand. So as a percussion player as well on band, welcome to the cool kids. Yes, honestly, I don't regret being a percussion kid because it's easier, it's funner, there's so many more different variations of instruments, and it's just like a cool thing to say. Like, you see those people in the back, the ones with all those crazy weird looking instruments? I used to do that, and it's just as crazy as it looks, and wind chimes will always be so loud when you're setting them up. Oh man, wind chimes are so pretty, but they need to shut the hell up when they're coming out of the bag, because I'm not trying to get that many people looking at me. It's just like the cymbals when you accidentally drop one. Oh man, the entire stadium turns around and you're just like, please, please, I'm sorry. Oh man. What was I saying? But yeah, there are some things in life where unfortunately more barriers than other people normally would. And I mean we, as in everyone in the world. Everyone in the world has at least one thing that they have more barriers than most people would, and it's just different for everyone. People who have 2 left feet, you know, they struggle a lot more with dancing, but they can learn to dance. It's just gonna take a lot longer and a lot more work, and that's okay, because we all also have things that are so easy for us. There's always one thing that you can do that's so easy, and just as much there's another thing that you can do that you cannot do that is so hard. Yes. Oh man. But yeah, it's all good though. It just makes for more fun stories. Now because of that, I can tell people I could never play a wind instrument. But I know how to play a timpani. Oh man, and I know how to play a slide whistle, and I know how to play the bongos, and I know how to play the snare drum, and I know how to play the bass drum. So get wrecked, loser. I'm a jack of all trades type of gal right here. Oh man, having multiple skills I think is really cool, and that's something that I always strove to be, and it makes me happy that recently I was able to reflect on life and realize I am becoming that. There's so many different skills that I have that are especially coming out with positions that I hold where people are like, oh man, I wish I could do this, or like I wish I knew somebody that did this, and I'm like, well actually I know how to do that, or I know how to do that, and I know how to get you in contact with someone who does know how to do that more better. And so it's really neat. I've become like the guy who knows a guy, you know? Which I think is really cool. So it's pretty neat. Always follow exciting roads in your life, because you never know what they lead to. Now, do be safe. Do be safe. Follow these roads with caution and with safety in mind. But as long as you know that, no harm will come from you joining a little band. No harm will come from you going to a summer camp to see what it would be like. No harm would come from you taking a class of something that you're not really pursuing, but you think would be kind of interesting to learn about. As long as no harm comes from it, do it. Learn those different skills. Become that guy that for some reason knows this. It's such a cool thing to be. I literally see no downside to it. So yeah, and then like the worst thing that can happen is that you're bad at it, but now you know the process of how to do it. And the best thing that can happen is you're absolutely talented at it and you enjoy the ever-living heck out of it, and now you found a new passion in your life, which I don't think is that bad. So yeah, life has so many different detours and side roads and shortcuts. It's just a matter of knowing which ones to take, or not really knowing, but just taking the ones that you can, without putting yourself at risk for anything, because we'd never know which what's it called, not which obstacles, which opportunities to actually take. We never truly know anything, but we can take wild guesses and hope for the best. Just like that one quote that I forgot where I heard it from, but I kind of live by it now. I live by a lot of quotes. I live by like a whole book of quotes that just all culminate into what I think is a pretty good person. But it's, what is it? Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Because I think that's a pretty good way to live life, because we can't always get lucky. And so we do need to be prepared for bad things to happen. But we can't spend our entire lives being scared of, oh man, but what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? Because that just sucks all the joy out of life. That's too uptight. So just, have a little backup, and just like that. When I go out places, I'm worried, what if people get hurt? So you know what I do? I bring little band-aids and maybe some Neosporin, and I always forget the sunscreen. Be right back. I need to take a shower with my best friend. Okay. Alright, well, y'all two enjoy, I guess. With my best friend. Out of pocket, Antonio. Out of pocket. Oh, man. Dude, so... I'm trying to think of the best way to like say this, right? But y'all know that quote where it's like, oh, it gets really scary when like a good calm man goes to war, right? So that quote, I've always heard it. And I never really related to it truly because I never considered myself like a really calm person. I'm very accepting and such, and so I would like to think that I am like that good calm person, but I don't think that I instill as much fear. Now I can. I know I have the potential to. I'm pretty smart to like fix things up into making things affect me when you've affected me, right? You know, we're paying that kindness tenfold and we're paying the unjustness also tenfold, you know? But one of my coworkers, like, I've always had respect for her because she is like always so calm and she looks like she's really trying hard. Yeah, good quote to live by. Yeah. She always looks like she's trying really hard, and so I respect her for it. But you know, I always say to her, I could never, because I could never. I would never do that for this company. That's why I'm leaving, you know? And so today there was a lot of stuff going on, and here's the thing, right? Here's the thing that gets me. They're having her do a lot of stuff to remedy it because she's over it, but she's not getting paid for the position that she's over. Like, if you compared the pay rate that she's getting paid with along with the pay rate that most people who hold that position get paid at, there's like a staggering difference. And, you know, I've told it to her, you know, just in case she wasn't aware. And she's like, oh, yeah, I know. But the reason she ended up in that position wasn't really because she actually had the experience for it. It was because she was like, hey, I'm kind of good at this skill related to that. And y'all are looking for a person. Do you mind if I gave it a try? And she's pretty good at it. She hasn't, like, I think she's made maybe like 2 mistakes. And she's been doing it for like a decently long time already. So I think she's doing pretty good. But a lot of the stuff has to be like, it has to do with more manager type actions, and the managers are kind of just having her do it, and they'll instruct her but not really instruct her the way that they should. And then the manager shouldn't even be instructing her to do it. They should be the ones handling it, in my opinion. I've never run a business, but I do know what good managers look like, and the managers could definitely be better in this situation. And so I just constantly find myself like, I don't know how you do it, because I would never allow that to, I would never be okay with that. And today there were so many things, and she was like, you know, she was just kind of tired, and I was like, you should ask for a raise, because if you don't want to leave, that's fine, I respect you for it, but get a raise, get them to pay you more, because you're doing a lot. You really are. You're not even just handling the original task and then, you know, handling like other regular tasks that everyone is required to handle. You're also doing a bunch of these other things, which I feel like you shouldn't be in charge of. And she looked me in the eye and she was like, I don't think I'd stick around for the raise. This is the person who I thought was never gonna leave the company. And she was like, I'm kind of thinking about leaving nowadays. And it's like, this is out of left field. And she even kind of like muttered to herself, but I still heard it because it's a pretty quiet office. And she was like, I've never told anyone that. And it's like, Lord drop on aisle 7? Hello? Did anyone else hear that? It was crazy. Good evening, White Farms. Good evening. Welcome into my meltdown. The calm person in my office is finally having her moment of snapping, and it's just like, oh man, that is scary. And it's crazy. The turnover rate is like really getting boosted, and I'm not sure why. I know why I'm leaving, and I'm not I'm not sure if I can say for sure that's the same reason that other people are leaving. I think it's definitely related to, and at the very least goes hand in hand with the same things that I've discovered about the company, which is the main reason for me leaving. But it's rough. The new girl that they hired on recently is already fixing to leave. I am fixing to leave, and I haven't been there that long, so it's... Everybody's slowly leaving. Even the people who have been there that long, they've been kind of like... The one who has been there the longest, right, the assistant manager, I didn't really like her all that much, and I still don't like her that much, Not because of anything she's done specifically, but there have been actions that she's taken where I feel like it's kind of a little targeted and I feel just the slightest bit attacked. I hate that managerial delegation has transformed into responsibilities of Wheaton's in a lot of cases like that. For real, like they're managers that are supposedly handling like the big things that the normal employees can't handle because they're too busy handling normal employee duties. And they just keep shoving it off to the normal employees. Like, that's not how managers are supposed to work. You're supposed to get your hands dirty and help the staff do their job. That's your whole job. Come on. Stop getting your nails painted in the middle of the freaking workday. I want to get my nails painted too. Take me with you and then I won't complain. Avoidance. I don't know why I put Wheaton's. Yeah, no, I feel you though. I feel you. But what was it? The new girl is leaving. Oh yeah, the assistant manager, who I don't like all that much, has... I kind of feel bad for her because I feel like the main manager is kind of pushing a lot more responsibilities on her, and she deals with a lot. Like, I can't even begin to like actually have beef with her because the amount of stuff she's already dealing with, I'm just like, I don't even, this is coming from like a place of pity. I don't even want to put more things on your plate. Just handle what you gotta handle. I will step to the side. Don't even worry about me. I can handle my own funk, okay? You just do your best, okay? Because and she's been like slipping up a lot more recently. I don't know if recently, but like since I started working there to now, there's definitely like a lot more things that are coming up now, and she's getting kind of like the brunt of it, like them being, hey, why did you do this? Why didn't you come and talk to me, such and such? I'm always at the phone. And it's like, yeah, you're always at the phone, but you're never in the office. You leave the office to do this and that and this and that, and 70% of it isn't work related. It's just, I have a hair appointment, I have a nail appointment, I gotta go get my eyebrows done, which is fine. I get it. You're a salary person. You're supposed to take advantage of that, but the whole point of managers is to support the regular staff. So when they feel like they're not supported because you're no longer in the office, we gotta wait for you to answer, and there's only so much you can do over the phone, it's just not the same. And so yeah, it is rough. And so sometimes I'll be worried that I'm, jumping ship. But then I notice a bunch of the leaks again. And I'm like, no, I'm definitely making the right decision. I can't swim and they're not offering life vests. So I'm going to take the lifeboat while I still get the chance to. Oh, man. They called me in today and they were like, can you work for one more week? And I was like, no, I can't. I could, but I won't. So yeah, I couldn't even put like my foot down so confidently because I was like, well, should I? It wouldn't be bad to earn more money, but no, I gotta stay strong, because the moment that I say, okay, sure, I can stay another week, if I let that happen, I might just let another month happen, another year happen, and then I'll be crying again at home, wondering how it is I got stuck in this position when I was the one who said yes. So yeah, it is rough. It is so rough. There are definitely jobs out there that people love, and it's just, this is not that job for me. The screen keeps getting stuck. I don't know if it's like my actual tablet screen or the screen protector that I have, because I have that that paper-like one. Not sponsored, but God, I wish I was. But the paper-like, because it gives like texture to the iPad screen so that the pencil doesn't just glide too much. And it just, I think it stops the screen from reading my finger taps sometimes, so it's not that fun. Welcome back, Antonio. In the end, you need to be sure to think about yourself first. Yep, that's what's at the first of all my decisions, which is good. There's a job for everyone, they just gotta find it. Yep, I sincerely believe that, because there have been like little things that I did, especially I went to school for game simulation and design, and all the schoolwork was fun to me. So I think there's definitely something out there for me, because I know I do have passions for things, and I'm lucky enough to have found it so early in life. Because there's a lot of people who they're just like, it makes good money, I'm gonna pursue that, and then they do it and then they're like, wait, actually I hate this, and that is rough. So definitely lucky to have found it this early, but woof. Still a struggle getting there. Gotta breathe a little, gotta breathe a little. There was this kind of awkward moment that happened at work today where so appendicitis, right? Appendicitis is very common. It happens to 1 in every 13 people, right? Which is a pretty like low statistic, you know? Like that's not a lot of people for it to happen. Like, you know, this normal statistic, like 1 in every 200 of this, and you know, suffer from this. 1 in every 13 people is not a lot. Like it's a little bit, but it's not a lot. And so 1 in every 13 people get or will get appendicitis and have their appendix removed. And I still have my appendix. So, you know, with that statistic in mind, I was like, well, there might be someone in the office that has their appendix removed. So I started asking my coworkers. I was like, hey, do you still have your appendix? And they're like, what? And I'm like, your appendix, you know, like your appendix. Have you ever had appendicitis? Have you ever like had to get your appendix removed? And she was like, no. Have you gotten it removed? And I'm like, no, but my stomach has been hurting on the left side, and I just don't remember where the appendix is, so I'm a little worried. And she's like, no, it's on the right side. And I'm like, whew, well, dodged a bullet there. But good to know. But statistics also say that someone in the office might have their appendix gone, so let's find out who. So I called my other coworker on the company phone, and I was like, hey, are you busy right now? She's like, no. And I proceeded to say, do you still have your appendix? And she's like, what? My what? And I'm like, yeah, you know, your appendix. And she's like, yeah, why? So I tell her, oh, well, you know, the appendicitis is pretty common, so I'm pretty sure there's someone in the office missing their appendix. So I'm trying to find out who. And she's like, oh, okay, well, it's not me. And I'm like, all right, cool, thanks. And then there's another girl who recently joined our office staff. I can't imagine that confusion. Yes. They were really trying to figure out, why is she asking about my appendix? What the heck? What type of organ trafficking scam is this? And it's like, no, it's just a genuine question. I'm just doing statistics here in my head. I'm curious. And so I asked the new girl who joined the office staff recently, and I was like, hey, or no, I actually told my friend to do it because my friend is closer to her than I am. And I didn't want to seem like the weird, because like me and her are kind of in good standing right now. And I say kind of just because like we're not that close, but we definitely don't hate each other. So I think we're kind of in good standing right now. And I didn't want to like screw anything up by being weird and being like, you still have your appendix? So I asked my friend to ask her, and she did. And then the new girl like messages me through like the company chat in direct messages, and she's like, why are you asking about my appendix? And I was like, well, I was just curious because, and I pull up the statistic for her on Google and I screenshot it and I send it to her, and I'm like, well, this is the statistic, and so I'm assuming that there's probably a chance, like a pretty high chance, that someone in the office is missing their appendix, so I'm trying to find out who. And she's like, oh, well, it's not me, but my sister doesn't have her appendix anymore. And I was like, oh, my brother doesn't have his appendix either. So yeah, I still need to ask the managers, but I'm just like the tiniest bit too scared to, because how do I go up to like the big boss manager and be like, hey manager, do you still have your appendix by any chance? Like, it's a weird question, but I'm just curious. Like, they'll definitely think that I'm organ trafficking or something. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm very curious. Like, I want to know who is it? Which one of you among us are missing their appendix? Hi, Shadow Zelda. Welcome in. Another chill art stream today. I'm telling various stories as I remember them, because it helps me create conversation. Oh man, it's weather report here. It's still hot. It's still hot. Imagine they come back with a joke and say something like, you know, I was just looking for that. Oh my god. They'd be like, actually mine just went missing. Do you have it? I'm gonna call HR on you. We're gonna write you up in the company notes for theft. You stole everyone's appendix. Oh my gosh. That'd be funny. I think, like, I'm just waiting for the moment where someone's like, what's an appendix? Or for them to be convinced that the appendix is something else, and then being like, oh, that's the thing, like, on the tip of your nose, right? Well, obviously I haven't had any work done on my nose. So of course I still have my appendix, and I'll be like, no, well, actually appendix is like a little thing on your right side within your guts that just like explodes sometimes. So I'm on my PC, so if leave my dad came in and I'm going to the Dollar General, yay, enjoy the Dollar General. I think the weather broke. Dollar General. I wish there was a lot more places like Dollar Tree where, I mean, now it's $1.25 tree, right? So unfair. I'm still kind of pressed about it, low-key. But like the 99-cent store, the disappointment I had when I found out not everything is 99 cents there. A whole lot is not 99 cents there. Oh man, it is truly disappointing. So I was like, 99 cents? That's like 1 cent cheaper than Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree definitely has competition here. And they're like, $5.99 for a little Nerf gun that will break in 2 days. It's like, what? How can you treat me like this? Oh man, it's rough. False advertisement. Where's the object that's 99 cents? And they're like, well, it costs 99 cents to get in the store, so that's why it's called the 99-cent store, kid. It's like, my dreams. My dreams are shattered. I had chips once and they were my favorite, and they were $3, but I didn't have enough money, but my dad helped me out. That's good. That's good. I remember so Fiesta, right? The like notoriously Latin American grocery store, right? I was a kid, in my defense, but we had Mexican pesos from a family trip that we took there, and I tried to pay for something with Mexican pesos at the store. And I didn't mean like any harm by it. I was just like literally 6 years old, and I saw the coin that says, you know, 10 pesos, but it says like $10 on the coin because, you know, pesos is the dollar sign. So I was like, oh man, I could buy a whole box of cosmic brownies with these. I could buy 2 boxes if I wanted to, but I'm gonna save just the tiniest bit so that the next time that I want cosmic brownies, I can get another box. And I went there so confidently. And, you know, they were like, okay, you know, that'll be like $4.49 or something like that, right? And I was like, okay, here you go. And I put the coin on there, and they're like, I can only imagine the shock on this, like, probably still in high school kid, as this, like, tiny little toddler looking kid just tried to pay with a Mexican peso. Oh, man. It was a long time ago though. 3 days ago. It was almost 90 degrees in States. 50. Whoa, 50 something. It's like a whole 40-degree jump. Ugh, weather. Dang, that's what I thought for a minute. Oh my gosh. But yeah, they, in my memories, they accepted it. But what I'm pretty sure they did, or what I'm pretty sure happened, was that my mom ended up paying for it. And she was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But I don't specifically remember, but in my memories they did accept that coin. They did not give me back the coin, so the coin went towards something. I'm not sure what, but it did go towards something. I'm sorry, but I gotta go. It's okay, Shadow Zelda. Enjoy your trip to Dollar Dollar General, right? Yeah, Dollar General. So yeah. Oh, wrong brush. Bye bye. There we go. You know, I made these intentionally easy shapes so that I would be able to draw it a lot easier, yet I still struggle. Oh man. There we go. There we go. It doesn't look all that great. But you know what? It kind of looks like it. Yeah, from afar it looks fine. It looks totally fine. My favorite thing about designing something is that a lot of the details change. And they just like slowly start changing. And then eventually you look between all the art that you've done for it and you're like, wow, it's pretty different from what it first started as. But it does get easier to draw with time, so there's that. Bro, my screen keeps like switching fingers that it wants to read. I used my left hand and it worked twice, and then it was like, no more left hand, now right hand. And so I switched to the right hand and it works for like 2 times, and then it switches again, like now the left hand. It's like, what? Stop switching it on me, please. And sometimes it gets a little too goofy and it doesn't read either hand. Oh man. You know, I have a whole like actual art tablet that I could be using instead of the iPad, but I haven't hooked it up yet. In this file I would have to transfer it, so I'm here using an iPad instead. There we go. Which like is nothing to complain about because it's still good, but still I think I'm just nagging on myself a little because I could be using the actual tools that I bought for it, but no, instead I'm using this other tool that I also bought for it. So I guess it's good, but it's also a little bad. I was gonna say it's a good bad or bad good, but that it doesn't make any sense. There we go. My back has been hurting so much recently, and I'm not sure why. I don't think I lifted anything heavy to like mess it up or anything, and I haven't done anything too strenuous. Like I know the dance classes were a little bit strenuous sometimes, but they weren't that bad to where my back would hurt, so who knows, maybe I've just been sleeping wrong. I hope it's just that anyways. Can't imagine what else it would be though, so I'm sure it'll be fine. There we go. It's so much bigger than the other one. Do I want to redo it or do I not want to redo it? You know what? I'll redo it. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Tap 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 tap. Oh my god. Hold and tap, and then it should undo rapidly. Look at it changing. Look at it morphing. Look at it. Oh. Right. Oh. Right there. Perfect. You got this. My back hurts almost every day, but I do mechanic work. Oof. Yeah, I've seen some of that stuff, like the engines and stuff. Those are heavy. And then you're constantly like bending down or getting under the vehicles and stuff. And then even when you're not getting under them, you're going like into them, so you gotta like bend forward, and then you gotta play like hole in the wall to get to certain things. Mad respect. Mad respect. Because that looks hella complicated. Thank you, I'll try my best. Cobb True Oblivion? COB True Oblivion? I'm gonna call you Cobb for short, because it reminds me of corn on the cob, and I don't know what that has to do with you, but I've decided it's a good idea. Oh man. What's y'all's favorite candy? Because I don't think I have a favorite candy. I know I have several like good candies that are just all the time great, but I'm not sure which one specifically is good. You gotta be made out of slime to do it, for real. Just like seep into the cracks and such. to maneuver your fingers, a little wiggle waggle to get that one cap that's for some reason at a 90-degree angle underneath the hood, beneath the engine, on the left of the like spinning, rotating blade that you gotta make sure is definitely turned off, and the exposed electrical wires of, I don't know, the radiator. I don't know what's inside a car. Oh man. But yeah, I've seen some videos before of like just like videos that my family has watched before to fix their own vehicles, and I'm watching them watch it, and I'm also watching it, and it's just like, ooh, that's a lot for something that's like, the part itself is like $15, but to get it fixed it's like $60. Because to be fair, you do gotta like pay them to morph and stuff into something that's able to actually reach that. So, you know, it's fair. It really is fair. But damn. Oh man. Oh man, and don't even get me started on the different tools. I don't know how y'all maneuver that down there. When y'all can barely fit your hands down there? Because the tools are big. They're like the size of a whole nother hand, and then you gotta fit that in there too. Or when someone shows up and wants their oil change in a scalding hat. Yeah, they've been running the car. They did like a whole marathon just now. Not a marathon, a whole like race. They just came from the F-150 ground 100, round 100, ground 500, the 500. The whatever number race, and they're like, time to get everything changed, and everything is still like calming down, like the heat is still decimating from them going Mach 7 on the speedway, and they're like, you can change it like in 10 minutes, right? That's what my crew does. It's like, huh? Like, even I know, and I don't know much about cars. I really don't know much about cars, but I know especially that you're not supposed to change the oil when it's hot, because that's dangerous. It's like cooking with oil, which is scary. There's these quesadillas that my mom makes, and she taught me how to make them. And so I made them the other day, and I still get anxiety from making them because the oil pops and it's just like, oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I know you're hot. I know you're hot. Don't touch me. Because that, like, it burns. It burns, and then there's not really much you can do if you do get burned too bad from it. So it's just like, ugh. And then if it catches on fire, that's even scarier, because like, no water. Don't put water on hot oil, because that's hella dangerous. It'll just make it like multiply. So you gotta, like, I don't know, sand or fire extinguisher, and it soaks your arm and you can't get it off. Oh yes. And there's not much that you can put on it to like get it to cool down. You gotta be prepared with like some type of, you know, what is it called, cooling gel or something, like medical cooling gel, and like, who has that on hand, you know? It is that is dangerous. It is dangerous, and I want to say I could never do it, but I think I could do it given enough time and patience. But I would never dedicate myself to that because that sounds like a lot. That sounds like way too much. Oh man. The good thing is though, yeah, I do tend to make like good money for it, which, you know, is fair because that's a lot. That's all I can say about that. Breaking news, Paprika Cheers would never become an auto mechanic. Cause, and I quote, that's a lot. I could see the headlines now. You could definitely do it. You think so? I'm glad I got the local mechanic seal of approval. The good thumbs up from the mechanic himself. Or their self, I'm not sure. Oh man. Yeah. I think anytime I think about like any type of mechanic work, I think of my uncle who does mechanic work for a living. And there was one time that something on my car needed to be fixed, and of course I didn't understand what needed to be fixed, but I was like, oh, can you explain it to me? And of course I wasn't planning on listening. I was just, you know, wanting to know a little bit more and seeing what he would say, and he explained it to me so in depth. And what interested me the most about that was not the actual content. It was the fact that like I saw him light up and be excited about talking about it. And this is a man who I didn't see much emotion from. So I was like, holy crap. He could do that? He has emotions like that? So that was very interesting. It showed me like a whole different side of him, and it was really neat, you know, like even the people that you think, oh, I don't even know if they're interested in anything, they pull out that one thing that just gets them rambling and talking and moving and smiling and their eyes glittering, and you're just like, oh, you care about something. That's amazing. Sometimes it's simple, sometimes I want to burn the world. Yeah, I can feel you, I can feel you. And it doesn't help that it's like basically another customer service job too, because I know that people without knowing will ask for the most insane things. Please put the exact same broken part inside my vehicle for like the same price of a bubble gum from your bubblegum machine in the lobby. Like, what? How did you think that was gonna go when you asked that question? Did you really think you were gonna get a yes? Oh man. It's like the more I try with this shape, the less good it comes out. Oh, and dealing with the public is annoying. Yep, I feel you. There are some people that just like believe their name is known, and it's not even like, oh, I do stuff on this platform. It's not even that. It's literally just, I existed and I applied for this position. You know who I am, right? No, I don't know who you are. Do you know how many people there are in the world? Let alone how many people come into this office. I can't even tell you the entire list of the coworkers that I work with. What makes you think I know who you are? Come on, man. Don't make me look bad in this. We both look really bad right now. Let's just pretend it's not happening and tell me your name like a normal person. Please, I'm trying my best. Oh man, I'll be right back. Okay, enjoy and be careful. Be safe, drink your veggies, eat your soup. Oh man. Sweet, I got a pinch. I got it to work. Ah, crap. There we go. Drink veggies. Yes, a nice liquid smoothie with vegetables in it. So great. Drink some corn juice. It's fantastic. Definitely so flavorful. Oh my god, do y'all remember that video of the little kid? And he was like, it's corn! A big lump of knobs! It's got the juice! It's got the juice! Right? And they made it into a song. I did not like that song at all. Like, it was okay. And then they played it during TikTok ads. And then I hated it even more. And I feel bad to say, because I'm an avid supporter of people enjoying things. And so the kid being so excited about corn, I could get behind. You know, that was amazing. That was cool. Great that you like corn. It grew on me, so I understand. Yeah, no, it's just, every time it would play, I was like, oh god, this ad. Come on, can we skip the ad? I'm like low-key considering YouTube Premium at this point. Please stop playing that ad. And eventually they did. With time, everything goes away. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And so that song finally stopped playing, and I haven't heard it in maybe a month, and I really hope I don't jinx myself with saying that, but I hope I don't have to hear it for a good while. Oh man. People will start like adding me on Twitter, and it's just clips of that song. That'd be funny. But no, the good thing is all my notifications tend to be pretty quiet, so I'm living la vida loca in silence. Someday though, they'll be loud. And I don't know, I was gonna say hopefully I enjoy it, but I'm pretty sure. Actually, I don't know. I haven't the slightest clue what the future holds. Oh my god, the screen. Please! Let me grab it! Oh. I think it really is my screen. Ooh, it was pretty bad. Come on, there we go. I think that JIT or two in the pin might also be telling me something. Maybe I need to restart my tablet. Hopefully it's just I need to restart my tablet. These things are expensive. Oh, there we go. That's too big. That's way too big. That's huge. Humongous. Welcome back, Antonio! Come on. Come on. Come on. There it goes. There it goes. Perfect. Perfect. It'd be great if I could just copy and paste it, but actually... Oh, welcome back, White Farms. Y'all came back at the same time. Y'all went to the shower together. No, I'm joking. Oh my god. I'm just gonna do a little silly goofy right here. A little silly goofy. Just a little, just tiniest bit silly goofy. Ah, crap. 3 fingers, go. Yay. There we go. Yeah, that looks good to me. Yeah, that looks good to me. Oh my god, but it makes the other one look small. Gosh. It's okay. I can do this. I can totally do this. I can totally draw this. Maybe you never know. Oh, oh my god. There we go. There we go. I like how I say there we go, but we are in fact not going. You know what? I'm just gonna have to stick with one and go with it. Because otherwise I'll never get anywhere. There we go. I realize I have so many clutch words. Like, for example, the word like, and for example, the right. I have to cut that a lot in my shorts because everything that I say, I'm like, right? X-Files theme starts playing. Oh my gosh. Conspiracy theory. Y'all are all like in one room watching my stream together. Oh man, y'all were battle buddies. Y'all went to the bathroom together. Oh my god. And they were battle buddies. Oh my god, they were battle buddies. Like an anime where one character watches the other's back. No! Without me? No, I'm joking, I'm hella joking, holy shit. Classic vibe. Yes! Yes, the vibe! Oh man. Oh man. This is what life is for. These moments that truly make you laugh. This is what I live for. There we go. Oh yeah, other clutch words I have are and then. It's my favorite way to start like a new topic or a transition. Just constantly and then. I was gonna say and then. I literally did say and then. Crap. Oh yeah, I have this funny habit that I've developed since I started making content, and you know, falling into the groove, because you really do fall into a groove whenever you start making content. You start finding things that you like and things that you don't like, and you change more towards what you like. And so I kind of say okay bye, or like okay bye, or bye, right? That's how I like sign off on a lot of my videos and stuff. And I've said that a couple times to people over the phone. And it's definitely not the best. It's not the best to like let it just, what is it, slide over. Oh look, oh crap, if I move my mouse past it, you can see my hand. Like beep beep. Oh man. There we go, let's go ahead and hide it. I used to say like a lot. I used to think that I didn't say like a lot, and for a little bit I didn't, and then I started saying it, and then it just stuck. And now I say like a lot more than I would like to. But I want to say in my opinion. And that's also something that I say a lot, in my opinion. But to be fair, that's because in this day and age, we have to really respect that sometimes we don't have the proper understanding to make fully committed statements on the things, or fully grounded in truth statements. And so I believe that's the right way to say it, because I know I'm not a genius or a doctor or anything with any sort of certifications to back up some of the things that I say. So I say a lot in my opinion, because it is in my opinion. When I was in speech in school, one of my friends would count how many times I say in my speeches. I felt that like like just best friends for me. Right next to each other. Always. Oh, man. Oh, I undid something. There we go. But yeah, there was like a very brief moment where, I mean, as you've probably heard, I lose track of my thoughts a lot. And so I had this little moment where in order to get myself back on track, I would snap. Like I would literally make like a, you know, like a snapping sound, right? To get myself to focus again, and then I'd be able to start the next part of the sentence. And it worked pretty well. And then I went to a mock interview for this program that I was doing an internship for. And I got almost all the, you know, like fake jobs, right? Because it was mock interviews. So like, if I had been interviewing you for my company, would I have given you the job? What were some pointers that I could give you for your interview? And I got like overall positive reviews, right? Like 9 out of 10, literally. And the one that said no, they were like, oh, I wouldn't hire you just because you didn't bring a resume. Other than that, you were awesome, right? And then this other person put, you were great, just stop with the snapping, you're distracting. And not exactly like that, they put a more professional, but still, the message was still there. Things have changed a lot in the past 4 years. Yeah, what was 4 years ago? Holy crap, it's been 3 years since 2020. Damn. That just clicked. That just clicked. Oh my god. I am stunned. I am astonished. I am flabbergasted. I know I've been saying 2023 a lot. I've been putting it, that's like the title of a lot of my files, you know? But still. This feels like yesterday. Yeah, it does. Like just the other day, I was writing 2013 on all my assignments, and now I don't have assignments and I write 2023. And that's 10 years ago. That is 10 whole years ago. Oh my god. It's crazy. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. I don't think anyone gets used to that, the passage of time, and like truly accepting that the time is passing, whether you acknowledge it or not. I don't think anyone gets used to that, so there's a little bit of comfort. No one ever is like, yeah, time is passing. I'm vividly aware of that. Because we're not. It's so easy to get stuck. You know, I've noticed it takes me 4 days to fall into a new habit. To fall into a new routine, to adjust to a new place in 4 days. By the third day, I'm already kind of used to it, and by the fourth day, I'm locked and loaded and ready to fall into whatever new routine I've fallen into. If I were to move ever to anywhere in the world, it would take me 4 days to adjust. Isn't that crazy? It still feels like I just graduated. Same! Back then I was a different person. Also same! I would consider streaming, but just as like a joke, you know? Like I didn't actually consider streaming because I'm not talkative enough and I'm not social enough to actually do streaming full time. And I mean, I still don't do streaming full time yet, but it is something that I'm actually considering now, which is way different from what I was, or where I was in that thought process those years ago. So yep, things change. Things change without us noticing, without us wanting sometimes. But it's all good, because it leads to new experiences. And sometimes they're really good ones. I didn't know about anime or other things, you know, when I was a kid. What were those other things? No, I'm joking. Don't tell me those other things, because I think I know what they were, and I don't want to do that in my chat. Oh man. But yeah, it's crazy the amount of stuff that we learn, like just growing up. I remember a lot of things, as you can see, despite having really bad memory issues. I am the dark, I am the night, I am Batman. I'm Batman. But I remember one time I was at my local zoo, and I was in a gift shop, right, and I was just kind of browsing around, and they had, you know, those little like toys where it has the animal head on top and then like a little hook or something, or a little like lever on the bottom that you like grab with your hand, and then it closes I was about to say the monster, the animal's mouth and stuff. And I discovered that about 4 years ago. I was 11 then. Damn, so you're still pretty young. You're doing mechanic work? That's crazy. You're gonna have a lot of technical skills when you grow up. Very nice, very nice. Technical skills for the win. Trades, let's go. But like those little animal thingies with like the moving jaw, I picked one up for old time's sake, and I kind of looked at it, and then I squeezed it, and that was it. And then I put it back into the like bucket that they had, and next to me was this kid, and this kid like watched me do it and just like wide eyes, like whoa. And they were like maybe 3, and then once I put mine down, they proceeded to pick one up and like kind of like stare at it like, whoa, what is this? What? And then they like copied me, and they closed, and they were like, oh, whoa, like that was the first time they'd done that. It was like a core memory being created right in front of me. When I tell you I was so happy for the rest of the day, I taught this kid how to do like the little thing. And it's so nice, when it's like, oh, they don't even know it. They're going to remember this for the rest of their life, and not in vivid detail. They're just going to be like, I remember not really remember when I first held these, but now it's second nature that I hold these and, I grab it the same way that kid did in front of me that one time years ago that I don't remember at all anymore. Like, it's cool, Oh, man. But yeah. One paper, I'm dumb as a box of rocks, but anything IRL I want to do, I can. One paper, dumb as a box of rocks, but anything IRL I want to do, I can. I don't know what one paper is, but I can say you're definitely not as dumb as a box of rocks if you're doing mechanic work. Like, that requires a lot of, I forget the word for it, but there's like a word for it. On the ASVAB test, which is a very cool test. They use it in the military for seeing what, like, aptitudes. I think it's like mechanical aptitude. I could be wrong though. But it's an aptitude test to see like what your specialty and skills and knowledge, intelligence mainly, is in. And they have a section for like mechanics and stuff. And I got like a decent score on it. I got a decent score on everything. So much so that they hounded me for like 3 years, and they were like, please join us, be awesome in our not society, in our program and stuff, and we'll pay for college, and we'll give you money, and you'll get to travel, and it'll be so cool. And I'm like, well, yeah, but then you make me read ranks and stuff on people's shoulders, and I can't see from far, and so I don't like telling other people's ranks, because if I get them wrong, then sometimes they get mad, and that's too much, so no thank you. And so yeah. What about the fitness gram pacer test? Okay, well, maybe I didn't score decent on everything, okay? Oh man, I will admit there are definitely some things that I did not score that great on. On the ASVAB, everything consistently pretty well. On the fitness gram pacer test though, I will admit I'm not disappointed in my score, but I'm not proud of my score. Oh man, there was a reason why I didn't become an athlete, let me tell you. For like the briefest moment, I was like, what if I did track? What if I did like sprinting? Because I'm pretty good at sprinting, and I am pretty good at sprinting. Sometimes I'll just get the like, the buzz, and I want to like Usain Bolt across the house, but it's very short-lived. And yeah, no, track runners. There are some sprinters, but you do have to have stamina and be like overall well-rounded in the entirety of track. And I know there are things like, what's it called? That one thing where they have the flags and you gotta go find them. And it's like navigating through the woods and stuff. I want to say cross country, but I'm not sure if that's correct. But like, I know there's things like that, but... It was just one of those things where I was like, yeah, no, this is better off as something that like, oh, it would have been cool if I'd done it, but I didn't do it, and that's it. Oh, man. I remember for some of my ROTC tests, like, okay, so firstly, right, ROTC, or CAP specifically, right? In order to rank up, they do have like physical test requirements that you have to pass. So like, oh, you have to complete the mile run like in less than this time or under this time, and you have to get a minimum of this many sit-ups and this many push-ups and such, right? And so when I tell you, like 90% of our school was shooting for the bare minimum to get that rank up, and I did too. I always shot for the bare minimum, and sometimes I would go like 1 or 2 over. You know, I was feeling a little bit spicy and I wanted to try something a little different, be a little cool, but for the most part I just, you know, shot for that bare minimum. Over the years I went from playing video games all day to being able to drive road tractors and run bulldozers and work on them too. Holy crap, bulldozers? Those are huge. That is so cool, dude. Oh my god, I can't even imagine, like, that is just, that's so cool, you know, the big ass, like, the big construction tools, and yeah, I don't know how they work. That's amazing. That's amazing, I'm so proud of you. Oh man, the real question though, are you forklift certified? It's super fun. Yeah, I can imagine. I used to enjoy like playing with the little ones in the sand and stuff. I rarely ever got to play with them just because a lot of the people in my family didn't really have them, but it was still very cool. Oh man, like they kind of look easy to operate, but I know like when you say that, usually there's like a lot more to it, because yes, they're easy to move back and forth and such and move in the basic sense, but maneuvering them in different settings I think is where the true skill comes into play, because anyone can drive a car. All you got to do is, you know, turn it on, put it on drive if it's automatic, and then, you know, step on the gas, and like you just got to move the steering wheel a little bit and technically you're driving. But the real skill comes from being able to follow the traffic laws. Oh man. But yeah, it's very cool, very cool. But yeah, for the rank ups, I literally just got to the rank where I wasn't one of those like lower ranks. I say those like if it's a bad thing, but it was just the lower rank people, they would have to like not do a lot more, but listen to orders a lot more. And I didn't want that. But I also didn't want the responsibility of being an actual leader. So I got to like that middle ground, and I took up a filing job in the program, and people respected me for it. And so I was able to do little easy office jobs and stuff because nobody else wanted to do them. Take advantage of that. Find positions that you like that nobody else likes, and then take advantage of that, because that's when you found your role in life. It's great. It's great. That's Light 7, where being mine Kilo Ren. Oof, man. Let me try reading that again. That's Light 7, where being mine Kilo Ren. I don't know what that means, but go off, I guess. Fish air. Let's see, the newest bulldozer I've run is a 1960s Caterpillar D7, and the newest road tractor I've drove is a 1969 Mack R600. I don't know what any of those are. I mean, now that you say that there are different models, it does make sense that there are different models, but also it never occurred to me that there were in fact different models. Like, I feel dumb for not thinking about it, but it does make sense. Like, I'm not surprised by it, but I am surprised because I forgot that they could have different models. So after I do the ears, I'm gonna look up what they look like, because now I'm hella curious. When I tell you my passion is learning, I may be wrong because I do enjoy learning. I enjoy learning about what other people are interested in, because them teaching stuff that they're interested in makes it exciting. I took an AP biology class and I passed just because the teacher was actually passionate about AP biology. And by that, I don't mean that she gave really good assignments or that she, I mean, I think she taught specifically well, but because it resonated so well with me, because she would be like, this is exciting to me, and this and that, and she would explain it in vivid detail because she enjoyed enjoy explaining it in vivid detail. And I love that. And so that's why I like learning. I like learning specifically whenever it's by people who teach it passionately. Anyways, that's my rant on passion. Hola, Godzilla! Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, man. That was it. ¿Cachaste un poco de yo hablando de que me gusta aprender cosas que a otros le gustan, porque me gusta ver que alguien más le ama a esa cosa. Uy, eso sí no lo puedo decir bien. ¿Cómo estás? Estoy bien, estoy bien. The bulldozer doesn't have a cab or heat and AC, and the truck doesn't have AC. Not AC. I'm a 70-degree queen. I die in everything else. Oh man. I mean, that's not true. I can survive a little bit, but it's definitely not the comfiest. Man, they got our windows down, and then in the simmering heat that can happen, that does exist. Ooh, no, I would be cooked alive. Lol, I speak English. Oh, no worries. I'm just trying to speak more Spanish because that's something that I want to work on personally. So I try and get myself to speak more Spanish, but as you can hear, I'm not that great at it, but I am giving it my best shot. So bear with me. I love the cold, but hate the hot. Love the cold, but hate the hot. Yeah, I felt that. I felt that a whole lot. The only thing is that sometimes the cold makes my back hurt too much. And I'm like, no, please. You can't do this. You can't keep getting away with this. You're fine. It sounds good. Oh, I'm glad. Even though you watched me struggle to find basic words. Really, like, I think I'm getting slightly better at it. Just the slightest bit. Some of the stuff that I say at work I've definitely gotten better at, but I know that's because of the consistency of how often I have to use those words. But there are still phrases that I can't say correctly because I don't use them often. But to be fair, also, to be fair with myself, there are plenty of phrases too in English that I struggle to say just because who uses them that often? So I don't think it's really an issue of me not being able to speak Spanish well. I think it's an issue of most people not being able to speak well in general. Oh man, for a second I was like, whoa, I'm so close to being done. No, I'm not. I just barely finished the hair. Oh, and I missed a spot. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, I said whenever I finish the ear, I was gonna look it up. Okay, let's quick derail right here. Allow me to just derail the stream just a little bit. Let's see. Okay, good. Window show live, and then I pull out a window, and now I'm gonna look up. What is it? Just start speaking Spanglish for real, for real. Well, the thing is, none of my trucks have working AC, and the house I live in doesn't have working AC. Oh man, so you be living in like straight desert area. No. No, I could never. You built like the thorny lizard that lives in, I don't know where the thorny lizard lives in, if I'm being honest. Where is it? I'm working on getting that window up. Give me 1 second. Okay, cool. There we go, and then boom. There we go. Well, luckily I'm in North Carolina. Oh, they get like actual winters there, right? Oh, I'm sure. Oh God, God damn it. Oh man, y'all saw that squished window? That's my window, all right. All right, there we go. There we go. That's what I wanted to show. Not really. Oh, they don't get winters there? Well, then again, it was pretty southern, wasn't it? Like the last time, I think the last time I looked it up, it was like way more in the south than I thought it was. Oh. Look at that. Looks like a little guy. I was gonna say, it looks like one of those tractors off of Cars. Duh, it looks like a tractor off of Cars. Oh, wow. Wonder how much they sell them for. I can't imagine the pricing of this. And let's see, what was the other one? The newest one you drove is a 1969 Mac R600. Let's see. Go back up. Let's see. Ooh. Look at that. It's a whole tractor. Hey, these look like the little... Oh, they are. They're the little fire trucks. The little wee-woo, wee-woo. That is dope. Those are huge. Those are huge. Holy crap, you drive that? That is dope, dude. I know it's kind of lame to say, oh, that's dope, dude, but it is. Because I can't do that. So of course I find it amazing. Oh, man. Let's see. Not really. Killer Dozer. Killdozer. Not the Killdozer. They ain't nothing small about him in person. Yeah, no, I can imagine, because in the photo they don't look that big, but I had definitely have seen them in construction sites, and oh man. When I tell you I can barely get on like regular trucks, well, let alone something like that, I have to make like a whole little mountain climbing set out of the seatbelt. I gotta pull it till it clicks, and then I gotta slowly start pulling myself up in there. Oh man, that is dope though. Congrats, congrats. If you're enjoying it, it's a good thing. Great to see you reach 100 plus ganbatte. Thank you, Chaos. I've been doing it. I've been working on consistency and working on my timing just a little bit more to get more shorts out. Need a ladder for real. I'm like, I struggle getting in. I really do. Oh man. Yeah, I was gonna say it's embarrassing, but it's not. It's just I'm short, and that's it. That's the end of the story. It's not necessarily embarrassing, and it's not necessarily the greatest thing ever, but it is just a thing. And so it's not really much to say about that, but I will admit, it probably is a really funny sight watching me get into a big truck. Oh man. I don't know if I like that. Hey, I don't know if you like cheesy 70s movies, but if you do, I'd watch Killdozer. Oh, that's a movie? Oh, I thought that was just like a saying or something. That's Killdozer. Now I gotta look it up. That sounds funny as heck. Let's see. It's from 1972, I think. Let's see. Killdozer. There's a game. Oh no, wait, that's not a game. That's a Blu-ray box. I'm trying my best. So I have to go, my best friend. I need to go to sleep. When are you live streaming? I'm also live streaming tomorrow from the same time, from 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. Oh wow, it's about to be 9 p.m. guys. It's 7 minutes still. Let's see. Let me read the synopsis of Killdozer. Marvin John wait, what? Huh. I don't think... The strange story of Killdozer. The Killdozer itself was cut into pieces and scrapped. Meanwhile, Heemeyer has become too many people who inhabit the fringes of the internet, as an example of someone who stood up for his beliefs, who took on a corrupt establishment when he couldn't beat it, did his machine-wielding best to bring it down. I'm confused. Different one. It's on YouTube. Oh, it's on YouTube? Wait, what? I'm confused. On YouTube. So it's like a YouTube video? Helicopter footage. What on earth is Killdozer Rampage? What? Y'all gonna have to explain this to me because I am lost. I'm way too lost in the sauce, I think. Oh man. I don't even know where to begin with that. Definitely gonna do some off-stream research right there. Give me a minute, let me find it. Bet. Oh man. I thought it would be like, what's that one movie? It's like Velociraptor Priest or something? A Velocipastor or something like that? It's like a velociraptor, like a werewolf kind of, but they turn into a velociraptor and they're also a priest or something like that. I don't specifically remember, I never watched the movie, but I did hear about it, and I thought when you said Killdozer, it would be something like that. That's something based off of real events. Not really sure about that. Oh, my eyeball is itchy. There we go. Okay. It's from 1974. It's pretty long ago. That's like, what is it? We're in year 2023. So, alright, here's a quick look into my math process, guys. So we're in year 2023. So minus 23 years to get to 2000, right? And in order to get to 1974, first we got to get to 1970. So in order to get to 1970, we got to do minus 30 years, and then it's 1974, and so we passed it, actually. So 1974 right there. 74. And so if it was 30 years to get to 70, then we take off 3 from the 30 to get to 27, I believe. So 27 plus 23, 7 plus 3 is 10. 4, no, 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5, so it's 50 years. Wow, 50 years. 48 or 49. That's kind of close, I think. Let's see. 1974 plus, whoops, plus 50 is 4. And then 7, so I'm already off. 7 plus 5 is 12. Carry the 1, that's 10. Carry the 1 again, that's 2. 2024, I was off by 1 year. It is 49 years ago. Oh man, there's a reason why I did not go into financing. Woo! Let's go ahead and... There we go, perfect. 1972 was 50 years ago. What? I'm bad at math. I'm bad at math. I don't even know where I messed up this time. Oh man. Okay, I think I'm just gonna do the question mark and then go into the chatting screen. Whoops. There we go. There we go. Make it bubble letters. Close enough. It's fine. Math is hard. Yeah, you know, it's about the effort. It's E for effort, you know? Oh man. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh man. But yeah, I'm decent at math, I like to think. When it gets too complicated, definitely my inability does start to show. But I'm decent at basic math. Like very, very basic. Very, very basic. Do you think telling time is like, does that count as math? Cause I can tell time, I can. It just takes me a little longer than it should. So if that's counted as math, then I think that evens out to like comfortably saying I'm bad at math. Which is something I would like to not admit. Because I don't think I'm that bad at math. I just don't think I'm that great at math either. There's like a solid middle there, I think. Oh man. Forward. Get this in this way, get this in that way. That way. Yeah, that looks kind of good. Yeah, that looks kind of good. I'm just going to accept that. It's fine, Grandma Paprika. We also give it. Oh my god, no, come on, man. It's not the dementia kicking in, I swear. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not that old. I was gonna say, yeah, I'm pretty old. I'm not, okay? Nah, I still got a ton of years ahead of me, so don't you start acting all sassy with me. I like how that's my grandma voice, just very high pitched. Oh my god. Oh crap, that's not the eraser. There we go. Dude, my coworker had this pin that has a little pinwheel on it, and it has like a little motor in the back of it, so when she winds the crank, it spins. And you ever seen that video of Markiplier jingling the keys as he's trying to explain the back rooms? She does that to me. She turns it on and my focus is immediately on the pin, and she's like, jingle jingle, and I'm like, stop, no. Old or not, your Grandma Paprika from here on out. Nah. Oh my god, I don't know how many years I've got left. Nah, surely you've got plenty. Just be careful with all them machineries. They are dangerous. And that's not even jokingly. They're hella dangerous, so just, you know, try your best to be safe. Yeah. Probably not many. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that looks good. There. Okay. We'll leave the rest for another stream. It is 9:01. That took more than 3 minutes. I did not think that would take more than 3 minutes. Alright, let's go to this chatting screen. Alright, thank you all so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate your time here. Feel free to check me out at any other places. If you hit... I wonder if it works now. Let me see. I tried fixing it. Let me see. Support. Exclamation support may do a thing. I don't think it does. Nope, I don't think it does. Right, get up and forget. Yeah, I've gotta go get my beauty rest. Oh my god. Damn, so none of them work, huh? Let's see. Go links. Hope you enjoy the movie and good night, sleep well. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. I'm gonna show my siblings instead of be like, look at what my chat showed me. Oh man. Alright. Enjoy your time out there. Be safe. Drink your milk. Eat your vegetables. And do your best to find the thing that you want to pursue in life. Or continue to pursue that thing that you want to do in life. And just do your best out there, okay? Because it gets rough. But I believe in you, okay? Okay, bye! Bye, y'all! Bye! My stream element still isn't working, but it is what it is. Okay. Bye! Bye! I'm like looking for the button. I forgot.